I've been thinking a lot recently about time. I think it's because I'm about to become a father again, and I know how quick life feels at the beginning. But taking photos of that time helped to slow things down and make life feel less fleeting. But I guess that's just the magic of photography, slowing life down to an instant. We have more choice than ever in the type of camera we use, and they all essentially capture time in the same way. But for me, the choice is about which camera will not only harness the moment, but also allow me to be part of it. Experience first, and then re-experience. So that's what I've been thinking about. The time a camera can give back. The M11 is the 35mm digital rangefinder from Leica. It's the latest iteration of M body cameras designed to follow in the footsteps of the film Leicas of the past. These cameras are designed for simplicity, to remove distractions, to help the photographer connect better with the subject. And that's honestly the best thing about them for me. It's the minimalistic approach to design and function that would make me want to pick one up for myself. It's the price, however, that can turn many people off. At a cost of around £7,500, it may seem too much for a camera that lacks many of the settings most of its competitors have. But what Leica is offering you is a pure shooting experience, and that isn't easy to find. One of the ways you get that experience is through the optical viewfinder. Removing that layer of digital interference brings you another step closer to what you're shooting. Leica do offer a shoe-mounted digital viewfinder, but I just found I would use the screen whenever I needed to see a preview of the image. I like to shoot reflections from time to time, which sometimes means getting close. Focusing with a rangefinder system at close distances can be hard, as the offset viewfinder means you don't get an accurate read on the image. This is where I would typically use the screen. I often found I would keep the ISO at auto. I'm often adding grain in my images anyway, so a little bit of noise isn't really too much of an issue. I also just like to have control over the aperture and shutter speed. So it's just removing one of those parameters which makes the shooting experience a lot smoother. One of the newer features of the M11 compared to older models is the ability to change how many megapixels you wish to shoot with. The three options are 18, 36, and 60 megapixels, which is great to be able to tailor the sensor depending on what you're shooting. had the M11 on loan from Leica for a few months last year. In that time, I mostly stuck with the 36, but there were a few occasions where I bumped it up to the 60 because I knew I'd need the extra reach when it came to cropping. Like I said, I'm typically adding grain and softening the images in post anyway, trying to get as close as possible to the film look. So the sensor size isn't something I'm too worried about, but the ability to change is a great option. What I'm shooting in front of the camera changes from day to day. Sometimes it's shooting behind the scenes on set, others I'm shooting live music or portraits in the studio, on the street for some personal work, or documenting my family. My subjects change, but my approach stays the same, and all I'm really looking for is a camera that will allow me the best possible result from the simplest process, to allow more time before it's gone, which I think Leica has achieved with the M11. So it makes me wonder, where will cameras go from here?